Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is November 25th, 2016, and I was just conducting an asteroid and meteor update from now until the beginning of January, and I come to find out that we have more than 75 large asteroids and near-Earth objects hurtling towards our planet between now and the first week of January.
So, leading into my research for near Earth objects, meaning meteors and asteroids, okay, for the end of this month going into December of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, the information that you're about to see is quite startling. And this is coming from NASA, their Near Earth Object Program. And this information is publicized on the internet. I'll leave a link to it. But let's just take a look at things that just passed. It's quite startling. November 21st, all of this during the 22nd, 23rd, and yesterday, the 24th. Now, distance that it passed, the object, 0.0664. Okay, that is 93 million miles away. The distance from the Earth to the Sun. And that is how they gauge these near-Earth objects. So 0.0664, well, that's pretty close. The estimated diameter of that object was 28 meters. Okay, well, that's a pretty good size object. That would be probably equivalent to 100 atomic bombs hitting the Earth and exploding. But let's just take a look all the way down through here up until yesterday. If you take a look at the distances, they were all substantially close. Some of these objects were absolutely huge. 240 meters, 180 meters, 580 meters. Now, let's take a look into today. Look how close this object is. 4.1 meters. Okay, that's relatively small. That would probably burn up in the atmosphere. But let's just take a look down all the way through November 30th. Look at the distances between that object and the Earth. They are very, very close. The diameter in meters, some of these are quite large. And yes, they can do very serious damage. Let's go into December. Look at the distances between these objects and Earth. Once again, look at the size of these objects. These objects are very, very large. And look at the amount of them. Now, I'm going to leave you a direct link to this. And like I said, you can go on here. You could do your own research. I'm not making these things up. Now, Pastor Paul Begley, he just came out with a report first thing this morning, and it is about near-Earth objects, asteroids, and meteors. I'm going to show you a clip from his opening, but I just want to show you. Look at the distances. The distances of these objects are so close, and the size of these objects is now increasing. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. Right here, 480 meters, okay? That's a large, very large object. 250 meters, that is a very large object. 880 meters, that is a very large object. Now, this goes all the way into January 9th, 2017. This one, 250 meters, that is a very large object. So what I'm trying to say is, as the Nibiru Planet X prophecy continues, and it has been theorized that this planet has a large stream of debris falling behind it. The Earth will pass through it. But as this planet came into our solar system, coming through the Kuiper belt, the asteroid belt, and knocking all of these objects into our solar system. What are the odds of one of these objects colliding with Earth? Well, if you delve into the laws of probability, meaning the more you do something, the more chances of something happening. So that's what I'm trying to point out to you. The more and more objects that are flung into the path of Earth or near Earth, eventually one of them is going to hit us. Now, NASA has never predicted an impact of a meteor on this planet. They have never, ever predicted this. And just this past year, they have missed so many asteroids and meteors that have just come out of nowhere. Some of them have made impacts. Some of them burned up in the atmosphere. Back in September, we had major issues. Major issues. Now, going in through the fall and into the beginning of the winter, look what we're faced with. And NASA's not perfect. Remember, folks, these are men and women, computers and machines, making these observations. They make mistakes. And if they make a critical mistake, we're all dead. That much is for sure. Because if a meteor or asteroid 580 meters long hits this Earth, well, that's the end of mankind. And probably every living creature on the face of this planet. So let's just hope that we don't experience this. But I want to go ahead and I want to play the opening of Pastor Paul in his morning presentation and the information that he has coming in. So let's take a listen.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, get some coffee and calm down. Asteroids! Asteroids! They're increasing. There's more and more and more and more of them. The near-Earth objects. We have went into this galactical belt. In the last 2 years, the number of asteroids that are in our vicinity has increased 10 times what they were. Are you listening to me? The increasing potential of a deep, deep impact is becoming very relevant. Now, there's reports of the Digital Journal, other reports coming in out of Houston, Texas. It may seem like a plot of a sci-fi disaster, but NASA scientists have given serious consideration on how the Earth could defend itself against an asteroid should such a space rock be on a collision course with our planet. You know, the more concerning is, remember the meteor that hit in Russia in February of 2013? NASA never saw it coming. It was not listed. It was not listed on near-Earth objects incoming. Remember the one that just hit about 2 months ago in Australia? NASA had never listed it. It was not on the list of near-Earth objects incoming. Matter of fact, none that we get impacted with are ever listed. We only get a list of the ones that are big, close, but going to miss. But now this, even with that formula, even with the fewer amounts of asteroids there is out there, prior to the last 2 years, we are coming into a point where you're not going to be able to just say, well, don't worry about it, okay? You have to understand. The Bible says it's going to happen in Revelation. It tells us there's going to be at least 2 deep impacts. And there's no other way around this in Revelation chapter 8.
Well, there you have it, folks. Pastor Paul does a great morning show. I never miss it. He's been keeping tabs on Planet X, Nibiru, the Nemesis solar system, in his reporting. But today I'm going to go a little further into this, and I just want you to understand, you should keep track of this. If you are going to continue to investigate Nibiru and Planet X, then you need to keep track of near-Earth objects. Because not only can we have a cataclysmic event dealing with this rogue planet, we could have a life-altering, life-ending impact on this planet from one of these asteroids. That's a fact. So I will put links for Pastor Paul's morning show, and I will also put links in the description box for the Near Earth Object page so you can do your own research.
I'd like to thank all of our Nibiru watchers. You guys do a fantastic job. Would also like to thank you for your loyal subscribership. You can continue to email your photographs and your video to NibiruPlanetX2016@gmail.com. And don't forget to share our videos with your friends and family members on Facebook. And subscribe to the Nibiru channel for all of our current updates. And like I always say, keep an eye in the sky.